Hi folks, my name is Mike Aversano with J. Ryan Properties in Garden City, and I want to take a moment just to thank you for taking these 10 minutes to pop this CD in and hearing what I have to say, because I know at this point you're frustrated, you're probably disappointed, and you may as well be angry that your home did not sell when it was listed previously. And I gotta tell you, I share a lot of those emotions with you because in my 10 years in the business, I've gotten a lot of referrals of expired listings, people that were in the same boat that you find yourself right now. They had their home on the market that you either want to retire, relocate, move on to another purchase, and they couldn't because their home wasn't selling. So I took that situation, I looked at what was done on the marketing, and in a lot of cases what was not done, we corrected the mistakes, we relisted the home back on multiple listing, and within short order, usually within 30 days or less, we had a buyer so my people could move on, my clients could move on with their relocation, retirement, next purchase, whatever their situation is. These people were in the same boat as you sit right now. They were very disappointed at the process. They were soured on it, and they did not think that they would be able to get their home sold. So what I've done in this CD is I've narrowed it down to what I feel are 7 factors that prevent homes from being sold in this difficult market that we exist in 2010. So bear with me, and I will tell you that number 7 obviously is the most important, so please stick around to the end, because at the end you'll really realize what you need to do to really truly evaluate whether your home will sell in these next 30 days. So here we go. Number 1. Obviously this is kind of obvious, but first impressions. When a buyer drives up to your home, you cannot have a second chance to make that first impression. So if your landscaping is shabby, if you have loose bricks or anything on the walkway, if the door doesn't work, if there's paint peeling from the windowsills, that are all negatives in the buyer's mind. The most important thing that you're trying to do when you're selling a home is to create that emotional connection between your home and that buyer. And when those first impressions are negative, it's very hard to create and recapture that first impression when the buyer walks through the door. So clearly, take care of those things to create the best curb appeal for your home, and to create that first great impression with that buyer to start that relationship, to build that emotional connection with your home. Second thing, number 2, if there are things in the house that need to be fixed, fix them. If there are carpets that need to be changed, change them. If there's a room that really needs a paint job, paint it. Don't have the attitude that a lot of homeowners have, you know what, let the buyer do it, I'll just come down a little on the price and let them do it. Again, you're missing the point here. It's not a dollars and cents equation. The buyer is an emotional situation. It's an emotional connection with the home that the buyer is looking for, not a dollars and cents thing. So again, by not doing those things, by not fixing that appliance, by not recarpeting that room that has stains on it, you're losing the emotional connection with that buyer, and that's what will get your home sold, is that connection. Okay, so obviously fix the things that we need to fix. That's number 2. Number 3, the other senses, I call it, the sense of smell, the sense of clutter, the sense of space, if that is such a sense. But obviously, if your closets, garages, basements, attics are full and busting at the seams with clutter, you need to take care of that. Go to Walmart, Target, wherever you need to go to get those bins to organize all your clutter. If you have an inordinate amount of clutter, I suggest getting a dumpster and getting rid of that clutter. It'll make you feel much more organized and on top of your game, and it will help you sell your home. Because if a buyer sees a closet that's half filled and neatly organized, they're going to think the house has plenty of storage, and again, creating that emotional connection. So please, the sense of smell, the sense of clutter, make sure the house smells appropriate. If you have a pet, make sure that you get certain deodorizers or air fresheners to eliminate that odor. Okay. Number 4, when you're showing your home, do not be there for the showings. I know you like to, sometimes some of my homeowners like to be there to point out the amenities and the improvements that they've done to the house. Again, statistics have shown over and over and over again, buyers are more likely to stay longer, ask more questions, and eventually put more offers in on properties where the homeowner is not there and they spend more time. So again, Do not be there. When homeowners are there, it's what I call polite rejection. The buyer walks gingerly around the house, is afraid really to ask a lot of questions, afraid to insult the homeowner in any way, so they really don't get that emotional engagement to the property. And how could they? You have the emotional engagement. But if you're not there, they clearly could get and create that emotional connection with your home. Okay, so that's number 4. Number 5, price the house competitively. And this is something, if we meet, I will go over in more detail, because it's not as simple as you think of looking at other homes that are on the market and what they're asking compared to your house. You have to look at other things. You have to look at what homes have sold for that are comparable to your bedroom size, your number of bedrooms, your number of baths, and your square footage, and your lot size, and comparable condition. Okay. Now, the only thing that I will tell you with pricing it competitively is you also need to look at homes that didn't sell that are comparable to yours, because that's the best indicator that if you're priced at that price point as well, you will not sell. So you really have to have an honest assessment on the pricing of the home, not only of other comparable homes that are available, but other sales and other houses that expired or were taken off the market because they couldn't get their price. Very important pricing. Number 6, you have to have the appropriate marketing complete, ready to go day one. I can't tell you how many times I've seen expired listings that have misspellings, omissions, errors, no pictures, or poor pictures on the marketing. Again, the first 72 hours of that listing are the most critical. That's when the listing gets blasted out to all the different websites that will be connected to the MLS. You need to have the proper, complete, correct marketing done from day one with all the photos. A lot of companies will take the photos 2, 3, 4 days, a week later after the listing is on the system, and they lost that bang. They lost that initial jump that they should get on the market when it's a new listing. So again, have everything up and running from day one, and again, I will go over that. And number 7, all these factors that I've spoke to you about, I have incorporated into what I call my marketability scorecard test. This is a test that I will conduct on your property, and you will get a grade. Your home will get a grade from 0 to 100 to determine how marketable your property is. If you score a 90 on the marketability scorecard, that means your home has a 90% chance of selling within the first 30 days. 80 is an 80% chance that your home will sell in the first 30 days. Obviously, you need that number to be as high as possible. I typically do not try to take listings that don't score at least an 80 on the marketability score test, because that means my client is not listening to me with regard to either marketing, repairs, price, whatever it is. We will go through and I will conduct for you, no obligation, no charge, a marketability score test for your property to determine where you stood when the house was listed previously, and we will be able to pinpoint the specific areas on your property why your home didn't sell. So there you have it. I hope I stayed within the first 10 minutes. I hope you call me at 516-578-2222 or log on to GardenCityListings.com. Click on the sell button, giving me your information, and I'll be in touch with you, and we will set an appointment. Again, no obligation, no cost to you, to conduct your marketability scorecard to get your home sold in the next 30 days once we relist it together. So I want to thank you again for taking the time out of your day to listen to this. Again, this is Mike Aversano with J. Ryan Properties in Garden City, hoping that I will see you next time at your house to get your home sold this time around. Thanks for listening.